Hello everyone, happy evening, a very good evening. I hope and I believe all of you are doing well. A quick note whether I am audible and visible. Let me just check the live chat. Just give me a minute, guys. I'm waiting for that. Am I audible and visible, everyone? Could you give me a quick nod? Audible and visible. Okay, thank you so much for that update. Chalo, so let's start with the session and apologies for the delay, taking a YouTube live session after a long time. So there was some technical glitch that I was facing in getting the setup done, but thankfully we are here now and we shall be able to discuss this topic now. Okay, Dr. Himansha Narang is asking, will these videos be uploaded in app? Not all of them, whatever are important, and I think we are not covering them in the app, but they're there on the YouTube. We shall upload them on the app as well, right? So that you can get everything at one place. So the app that we have launched yesterday, that is the Medsynapse app that you can see there, right? So we have launched the Medsynapse app yesterday. The pre-launch offer is ending today, that is 27th of August. So right now with the pre-launch, the price that we have is 3,999, which is exclusive of GST. With the GST, it comes around 4,700. This is going to end tonight, guys. So if you want to revise everything in an easy way, make sure you make the best of this opportunity. From tomorrow, the prices will rise. Okay. Can we get all the fast classes link all together in same place? It will be easy to find all fast sessions. Okay, Bumblebee, I'll do that. I'll make a playlist and I will share all the videos, whatever we have uploaded. So this is fast episode 14. We have had 13 episodes in the past. Okay, so the last one was general pharmacology. So I'll get all of them at one place. So maybe in the app itself, I'll make a folder. In the Medsynapse app, I'll make a folder, the fast series of lectures, and all of that you'll be able to see on the Medsynapse app. Right. Okay. Reshma, when the app will be available for Nepal? Hopefully by tomorrow I shall be able to share the key with you, the link with you for the students who are out of India and want to download the app and subscribe for the app. I'll be able to share the link tomorrow. Any other queries related to the app? वीडियो में कोई प्रॉब्लम आ रही है? Just a minute. Guys, is the video stuck? I can see that the video is stuck. I don't know. Yeah, I hope I'm audible and visible now, guys. I hope I'm back. So, yeah, let's start with the topic discussion and whatever queries you have related to the app, whether the booking thing or the pre-launch thing or what will be available, when will be available. So, all of that I'll be catering to towards the end of the lecture as well. So, जिनको पहले ये topic सीखना है, the glomerular dynamics, we are going to quickly learn about this. So, this is the fast episode. What is fast? Like mentioned here, the first aid USMLE simplified teaching. So, this is one small table from first aid that we are going to discuss today. This is that table from first aid that we are going to discuss today. Chota sa table, but a lot of information in that and a lot of concepts in that we need to understand. So, I'll try to simplify that for each one of you. So, first answer this question. Let me see how many of you are well versed with this topic. अगर ये answer गलत हुआ, मतलब you need to learn this topic. Okay, so all your queries will be answered, guys. First, let's discuss the topic part and then we'll have the app queries part as well. Okay, tell me what of these increases in dehydration? What do you think will be the answer to this? I see a lot of mixed bag answers here. So quite a few of you have got this right. I can see Pranav who has got it right first. Then we have Nikhil, Dr. Surendra, Akanksha. The correct answer here is C. We'll come back to it. Okay, once we discuss this small table. So this question I had framed basically from this table. So let's try to decode this table here. The changes in glomerular dynamics is what we are going to learn here. So this is from renal physiology in the first aid. Okay, this is given in the renal physiology first aid. So look at this one first, discussing about the GFR part. Now what happens when the afferent arteriole constricts? What happens when the efferent arteriole constricts? Now the easy way to understand this topic is, imagine like this is the network of road that we have. This is the incoming road. This is the outgoing road. And then this is like a bypass route that we have. It's like, imagine like this is a bypass and then finally it's going into the efferent, something like that. The bypass route is going here. Okay, the bypass route is going here. So the incoming one is the afferent arteriole. The outgoing one is the efferent arteriole. Okay, so incoming is afferent and outgoing is efferent, and the bypass basically is the GFR. The one who have bypassed is the GFR. Now logically thinking, if I increase the afferent arteriole size, I make the incoming road bada, I make it wider. What is going to happen is, the number of vehicles coming will be more. That am I audible and visible now, everyone? Okay, all right. किसी की नजर लग गई है, but then we have fought back and let's see whether it is fine now. Okay, everybody please give me a quick thumbs up so that I know that I am audible and visible to everyone. Okay, that's great. I can see that live chat भी नहीं दिख रहा था शायद. Okay, so we were discussing about this road network of roads, basically where you have the incoming road, then you have the outgoing road, and then you have the bypass. That's basically the GFR. So when you make the incoming road, that is the afferent arteriole wider. What happens in that case is the incoming traffic will be more, right? So what is the incoming traffic basically indicating? The incoming traffic is indicating the renal plasma flow. Okay, it is indicating the renal plasma flow. So what comes is the renal plasma, then it gets filtered, and then you have it, the rest of it going out. So the renal plasma flow is increasing. So imagine that the number of vehicles, the traffic is increasing. If the traffic is increasing, what will happen to the number of vehicles going via the bypass? Because there's going to be a block there. So obviously the traffic from this bypass will also increase. So the GFR will increase. So I hope this is clear now that the dilatation of the afferent arteriole is the one which will increase the GFR, not the constriction. When you will constrict this afferent arteriole, we will make this afferent arteriole constriction, the renal plasma flow will decrease. So the bypass will also decrease. Okay, the bypass will also decrease. Now let's try to think about the other way around. If you constrict the efferent arteriole, you make the efferent arteriole small. So what happens in that case is because the main outgoing road is getting blocked. So all the vehicles which are coming in, the only option that they have now is to go via the bypass route. So what will happen to the GFR? The GFR will increase. So what increases the GFR? Efferent arteriole constriction or efferent arteriole dilatation. So remember that it is the efferent arteriole constriction that will increase the GFR. Okay, I hope these points are clear with everyone. Please don't mug this up. Try to understand it and remember it with this way. Incoming traffic badaya, afferent dilatation, GFR increases. Outgoing road, if we block, then the bypass increases, the GFR increases. Is this clear with everyone? Right. So let's have a look at this table now. So afferent arteriole constriction will decrease the GFR, while the efferent arteriole constriction will increase the GFR. Just a word of caution here. Basically, it has biphasic response. Initially, it increases the GFR. Later, it decreases the GFR. Okay, later it decreases the GFR. Okay. Now, afferent arteriole constriction, when you're making the road narrow, the renal plasma flow is decreasing, the number of incoming vehicles is decreasing. Efferent arteriole constriction also, when you're blocking the outgoing road, you send the signal to the police at the incoming road ki yahan the outgoing road is getting closed. So make sure that no more vehicles are coming in. So here also the renal plasma flow is decreasing. Okay, the renal plasma flow is decreasing. Now coming to the point of the plasma protein concentrations. What are plasma protein concentrations causing what pressure in the plasma? Okay. So thank you so much, Akanksha. You know, that's the way you learn it and you never forget it. So these basically give you the oncotic pressure or the colloid osmotic pressure is because of the plasma proteins. Now what do these plasma proteins do basically? They hold the water. Okay, the plasma proteins, they hold the water. So what is happening is, the plasma proteins, they hold the water. They do not allow the water to go out into the bypass route. That is the GFR, right? So remember that the plasma proteins do not allow the GFR to go out. And that is why the GFR decreases when the plasma protein concentration increases. You know, you can imagine it like, again, our network of road that we have here. So the vehicles coming in. So imagine that in the vehicles, in the cars which are coming in, the plasma proteins, the PPP are like the parents, okay, who do not allow the kids to go out. Okay, they do not allow the kids, the girls to go out of the car. The girls is the GFR, right? So the plasma proteins will not allow the GFR. So when you increase the plasma proteins, that is, the more strict the parents, the more strong the parents, right? So then all the more the GFR will decrease. That is how you can remember. They will not allow the girls, the GFR, to go out of the car. Kahin nahi jana hai beech mein. You have to come with us only. That is what the plasma proteins say. Okay, that is what the plasma proteins say. So remember that the increase in plasma proteins will decrease the GFR. The decrease in plasma proteins will increase the GFR. Are they having any effect on the renal plasma flow? they are not having any effect on the renal plasma flow, right? The plasma protein concentrations are not having any effect on the renal plasma flow. It is affected by the afferent and the efferent arterial diameter. Okay, it's affected by that, not by the plasma protein concentration. Now coming to the constriction of the ureter, what's happening to the constriction of ureter is when we constrict the ureter. So let's try to understand this point. This is the kidney and this is the ureter. So the constriction of the ureter because of any cause, let's say the block because of the stone or there's a stricture, there is anything. So what will happen because of that constriction? There will be the back pressure which will build up. Okay, so this is the back pressure which is going up. Imagine like the GFR is something which is coming into the kidney and it wants to go into the ureter. So what is this back pressure doing? It is pushing the GFR back. It's not allowing the GFR to come in. It is an opposing force that is happening. So basically it is a hydrostatic pressure in the Bowman space, which is increasing. So when we constrict the ureter, the back pressure putting the pressure like this, but the GFR wants to come here. So it is an opposing force. So that will decrease the GFR. Okay, so this again will decrease the GFR. No effect on the renal plasma flow. Okay. Now the question on dehydration. Now when there is dehydration, that means the renal plasma volume itself is getting low. So the renal plasma flow decreases significantly. The GFR also decreases. Right, what is decreasing more is the renal plasma flow. So this is a question that I had put up. So what happens to the filtration fraction? Now what is the formula for filtration fraction? Filtration fraction means, imagine like out of the number of vehicles which are coming in, how many vehicles are going via the bypass route? That means out of the renal plasma that's coming in, how much is going into the GFR? So the GFR upon the renal plasma flow, that is the filtration fraction. Since with dehydration, the renal plasma flow is decreasing much more as compared to the GFR, the filtration fraction increases. Okay, the filtration fraction increases because it is GFR upon the renal plasma flow. This is decreasing significantly. If the denominator decreases, then overall the fraction is increasing. So the filtration fraction increases. That is the question that I had asked at the beginning. Okay, that's the question that I had asked. Out of all these conditions, if you see the condition where the filtration fraction is not changing, is the one which is the afferent arterial constriction or the afferent arterial dilatation. So how do you remember that is, here what happens is, both the GFR and the RPF are decreasing to the same extent, in the same proportion. That is why the filtration fraction remains the same. I'll tell you a very easy trick to remember that. So if the question is filtration fraction remains the same, that means as it is, in which of the following conditions? You get options like afferent dilatation, efferent constriction, plasma protein concentration change, or dehydration, anything. So remember that it is the changes in the afferent constriction or afferent dilatation, the filtration fraction remains the same. So how do you remember that is, when I say afferent, okay, the afferent changes, remember that A for as it is, FF is the filtration fraction. Okay, so the A stands for as it is, the FF stands for the filtration fraction. So I hope this is easy for you to remember that. With afferent arterial changes, the filtration fraction remains the same. Okay, the filtration fraction remains the same. Rest of the changes that you see here in the filtration fraction is the same like the GFR. Okay, it's the same like the GFR. So look at this one. When the GFR is increasing, the filtration fraction increasing. GFR decreasing, filtration fraction decreasing. GFR is increasing, filtration fraction is increasing. GFR decreasing, filtration fraction is decreasing. The only condition where you have opposite change is dehydration. Dehydration is the only one where the GFR is decreasing, but the filtration fraction is increasing. Okay, dehydration is the only one where you see the opposite changes. So this you can remember as dehydration. Okay, dehydration, D is di changes. That means opposite two changes is what you see here. GFR decreasing but the filtration fraction increasing. Otherwise, the filtration fraction goes in the same direction as the GFR. Okay, the filtration fraction goes in the same direction as the GFR. Is this clear with everyone? Let's try to fill in this table once. So this is a blank table that I've got for you to fill it up. Right. So look at the first one. What happens with the afferent arterial constriction? If the afferent arteriole gets constricted, the renal plasma flow is decreasing. The GFR is also decreasing. Right. And what happens to the filtration fraction? This is the condition where the filtration fraction remains the same as it is filtration fraction afferent. With the efferent arterial constriction, the main road getting blocked, the bypass will increase, the GFR increases. But what happens to the renal plasma flow is the signal goes that do not allow the incoming vehicles. So the renal plasma flow decreases. The filtration fraction goes in the same direction, it increases. Increased plasma protein concentration has no effect on the renal plasma flow. It has an effect on the GFR. The plasma proteins are like the parents who are opposite of girls. They do not allow the GFR to go out. So when you increase the plasma protein concentration, the GFR decreases. When you decrease the plasma protein concentration, the GFR increases. There is no change in the renal plasma flow. The filtration fraction goes in the same direction as the GFR, right? The filtration fraction, if the GFR is decreasing, filtration fraction decreasing. If the GFR is increasing, the filtration fraction is increasing. Okay. Constriction of ureter, back pressure, opposite pressure to the GFR. It is the opposing force. So the GFR is decreasing. There's no change on the renal plasma flow. With dehydration, the renal plasma flow is decreasing significantly. The GFR is also decreasing, but not as much as the RPF. And this is the only one where the GFR and the changes in the filtration fraction are the opposite. Otherwise, the GFR and the filtration fraction are going in the same direction. Okay. Is this clear, Akanksha? What is the doubt, Akanksha? Didn't understand the RPF change in afferent and efferent. Okay, so you can understand it like afferent is the incoming road ka width. If you increase the afferent ka width, that is the incoming road ka width, the number of vehicles coming, which is the renal plasma flow, obviously is going to increase. If you constrict the incoming road, the RPF will also decrease. If you block the main road, okay, so let's say there's a traffic police at the incoming, there's a traffic police at the outgoing. So if you're blocking the outgoing, to prevent the traffic block, this traffic police will tell to the incoming wala traffic police, don't let more vehicles to come in, this road is already blocked, right? So that is why you can remember, like if the efferent constricts, the renal plasma flow also decreases. Okay, Akanksha, is that clear? Agar apne outgoing road, if you're blocking the outgoing road, you will send the signal to the incoming that this road is blocked, do not allow more vehicles to come in. So the renal plasma flow decreases. Okay, that is how you can remember with the real life example. Okay, that's how you can remember. Is that clear now? So the efferent constriction will decrease the GFR, the afferent constriction will also RPF, and it will the efferent will also decrease. The filtration fraction will remain the same for the afferent. Okay, it remains the same for the afferent. For the efferent, it is not going in the same direction. The GFR is increasing with the efferent constriction, but the renal plasma flow is decreasing. Right, so they are going in the opposite direction. So that is why the filtration fraction remains the same only with the afferent K changes, not with the efferent K changes. So if I have to quickly note down the points that we have learned here, what are the mnemonics, the tricks that we have learned here? The tricks that we have learned here are basically that afferent is as it is filtration fraction. Okay. What increases the GFR? Is it the afferent dilatation, efferent dilatation, afferent constriction, efferent constriction? It is the afferent dilatation. The incoming road bada kar do and the outgoing road chota kar do. It is the efferent constriction. Okay, it is the efferent constriction. Next one is what happens with the plasma proteins. The plasma proteins are like the parents, opposite of girls, that is opposite of GFR. If the increase in plasma proteins decreases the GFR, Decrease in plasma proteins increases the GFR. There is no effect on the filtration fraction. Okay, there's no effect on the filtration fraction. What happens in dehydration? What is the change opposite in dehydration? There is decrease in GFR, but there is increase in filtration fraction. In the rest of the conditions, the filtration fraction goes in the same direction as the GFR, but here it is the opposite. Okay, here it is the opposite because the renal plasma flow decreases much more as compared to the GFR. Okay, that is what happens. Clear? Right? Is this clear with everyone? Right, so that was the quick table. Now coming back to the question that I had asked you at the beginning of the session, which of the following increases in dehydration? Now tell me the answer. See, in dehydration, the renal plasma volume is decreasing, so the flow also decreases. Okay, so the flow also decreases. Right, so here the renal plasma flow decreases, the GFR also decreases, but the filtration fraction increases. So which of the following increases in dehydration is the filtration fraction? Remember, dehydration has di changes, that is 2 changes in the GFR and the filtration fraction. The GFR is decreasing, but the filtration fraction is increasing. So now everybody has got this answer, right? Right, so that was a question from that small table from first aid. And now coming back to your queries, guys, related to the Medsynapse app. So like I mentioned, what's happening is the pre-launch offer. What is the pre-launch offer? That is 3,999. Okay, 3,999 exclusive of GST is ending tonight, 27th of August. Today it is ending. From tomorrow, the prices will increase. In this price, you get everything that is there for clearing your exam. We will also have the sure shot AIIMS also, because the AIIMS will be coming up the first. So in the month of October, like around mid-October, we will have the online on the app sure shot AIIMS also, apart from the other sure shot previous topics, along with the NF100, the KBMD sessions, like the test discussions, the quizzes, all of that will be there. Like today, I have uploaded the topic of the day. One video has been uploaded with the blank, the unannotated and the annotated PDF. The topic of the day that I have uploaded for today for you guys is the enzyme kinetics and inhibition. So make sure whenever I upload the topic of the day, that I'll keep doing that on a daily basis. So आज मैंने enzyme kinetics का किया है, कल कोई दूसरा topic आएगा. So what you have to do is basically watch that video. Make sure you have your one-page notes. Like, what you should be doing is watch the video very carefully, and then just once you are done watching, try to make your notes in one page. Okay, that basically is like recalling whatever you have watched. सिर्फ देख के don't do the passive reading. Okay, एक बार देख लो, फिर एक बार लिख लो, and wherever you are stuck, go back to the video and write down. Okay, and then after that, what you should be doing is solving the MCQs of those topics. I've given you that homework कि ये topic का video देख लो and watch and solve the MCQs. And yes, do not forget to let me know your score. How well did you score after watching the video? Did it help you in solving the questions? Did it help you in understanding the topic? And yes, please keep giving suggestions regarding what topics do you want me to cover in the upcoming videos on the app or on the YouTube as well. Okay. English is very difficult, Pranav. Majority it will be in English only. Full workbook PDF. See, when we will have the short, maybe then we will have the workbook. Otherwise, any which ways, your studies are not going to be hindered, because the blank PDF is available for download in your devices. So you can take a printout also of that, or you can make your notes in your iPad also if you're using the iPad. So that should not hinder you. You can just take a printout as and when you are watching the videos. Manoj, Winsome Wednesday topics will also be added in the app gradually. Whatever we had covered in Winsome Wednesday will also be covered. Yeah, the lectures are going to be in English, not in Hindi, like I mentioned. Guys, any other queries related to the app? Any other queries related to the app? Make sure you are letting your friends also know about this, because the offer ends tonight and the prices are going to increase tomorrow. Okay. Unable to download in iOS the PDFs, you are saying SSB? The team is working on it, right? That option will be available very soon. I'll give you an update on that tomorrow. I've already asked the team to look into it. Yes, Krishna, the KBMDs are basically like the TNDs. We will have MCQ discussion sessions as well. New timetable for November INI, I'll be sharing very, very soon. Okay, Akansha, I'll keep you posted on the Telegram group regarding whether when will be the next fast session. Apart from this as well, when I upload the playlist on the app as well, I'll let you know about it. Stay connected on Telegram group as well. Okay. Yes. Any other queries? Okay, Mamta is asking, will this video be added in the Medsynapse app? Like I said, I'll get all the fast lectures there on the app as well. So you can watch all of those at one place. So this video also I'll add it to the fast the folder of fast. Including GFR नहीं जानवी शायद बहुत ज़्यादा GFR हो गया including GST, right? So it's 4700 including GST, 3999 is excluding GST. Dr. Suhotra, see if I keep creating a lot of sections like this, topic of the day, ये सब बहुत ज़्यादा हो जाएगा. So what I'm doing is I'm putting it into the respective subject itself, so that you do not have to search again. We are getting it organized as much as possible. You will get the topic of the day in the notifications any which ways, because I'll keep sending the notifications on the app. You might have got a notification when I did that today as well. So from there later on also you can just see कि कौन से day पे कौन सा topic of the day था. Just go to the respective subject folder and watch that video from there. Tanashri, not available right now, but I'll make it available on the app as well, the fast series. Thank you so much, Pranav. That means a lot. I hope you guys are enjoying using the app. Yeah, Shri Aruna, a lot of preclinical subjects is what I'll be focusing initially as well. All the students who are from out of India and could not avail the pre-launch offer because there's a problem with the download of the app, please write to us in the help section or on the support, the customer support number that we have given. So, we'll make some special provision for you guys in that case. Okay, just reach out to us. We will help you out in that case. Okay, any other queries? Any other queries? Thank you so much, FMG 2023. That's a big thing, and that gives me a lot of responsibility. Right? It's not an easy task. So yes, let me also tell you guys, there's no coupon code for the app subscription because the price is already very, very reasonable. There's no coupon code for the subscription. If anybody tells you also, there's no coupon code right now. Okay. Yes, Cloud, the TND will also be there. We'll keep discussing questions maybe in chota fast 5 sessions, yeah, top 10 MCQs, something of that sort. We'll keep doing that. Thank you, Sayantan. Seeing you after a long time. Thank you, Meet. I'm seeing Meet also, like very, very familiar names. TND will be there, right? There will also be some tests, some questions also coming in. So everything is going to happen, guys. You'll get a MCQ practice also. You'll get to discuss the MCQs also, learn the cheat codes also to solve the MCQs, right? Of course, learn the mnemonics, learn the concepts from the USMLE first aid topics will also be covered. जितना हो पाएगा उतना करेंगे. Hi, Ratan. Okay, thank you so much, Dr. Suhotra. Like I said, your exam is my exam. It's no more just your exam. It is our exam. And, this is where we have to, all of us have to get some great ranks in this exam, right? So, I'm going to also study as if it is my exam and put in all my efforts to help you guys crack this exam. Uttam or anybody else who has query ki FMG ke liye bhi kuch hoga? So guys, all the content that's there on the app is going to help you for the FMG exam and dedicated हम FMG के लिए भी PYQ discussion करेंगे. ठीक है? Sure, sure. 2.0 hard copy meet is maybe you can just search in the Telegram group. I'd uploaded the PDF there. You can take a printout from there. The hard copy per se is not available anywhere. Yes, Akanksha, the app is not working on two devices right now. We will see if we can make that available on two devices for using the app. How do I manage sleep and study? Shri Aruna is asking, because even in my sleep, I keep studying is what I feel. Whenever I sleep, I wake up. This is something that's always on my mind. कि ये पढ़ना है, ये करना है, ये video record करना है, इसका content बनाना है. So it's basically, when you have that burning desire, you have it, you want it so badly, so passionately. So you breathe your goal, you breathe your dream every single moment. I think it happens only when, you have that real burning desire. Uske bina, it's very, very difficult. Being working, how to manage sleep and study is just time box your day. This is my sleeping time, this is my study time, and be very rigid with that. Don't try to prolong it. And when your alarm is ringing, make sure you are out of the bed and you are not procrastinating. So that's the way ahead. Okay, so So that was about the today's session, guys. I hope that gives you a quick understanding of the topic that we have discussed, the glomerular dynamics. छोटा सा table है, लेकिन बहुत ज़्यादा important table है. You do get questions on that very, very frequently. Remember afferent, efferent, plasma proteins and all of that. The tricks basically will help you to remember that topic. Make sure you write down those tricks on one page so that you keep seeing them and you keep revising the topic. Okay? ठीक है. Yes, Navya Sai, the pre-launch is only till tonight, 12 a.m. Expected NEET PG 24 month, even I don't know, it could be January or it could be March is what I believe, but cannot comment on it much. हाँ करना तो पड़ेगा श्री अरुणा no option. Like I mentioned in one of the videos on the app as well, go into a choiceless state to make your dreams come true. It's only when you give yourself a choice, if this does not work, I'll do that. That is when, we try to procrastinate. If you become choiceless, you give yourself no other choices, ye karna hai to karna hai, then you'll make your dreams come true. So that's what I am into that phase right now. Okay. So thank you so much everyone for joining in and hoping to see you in much more sessions on YouTube and on Medsynapse as well. And yes, keep studying, keep revising and keep winning.